Hi, Charles here from Novak Migration. I got a question from New Zealand citizen about their permanent residency in Australia. How can they get permanent residency over here? Okay, first of all, disclaimer. This information provided over here does not constitute a migration advice and is based on the legislation current as of February 2019. It may change in the future. Here's the question. Just want to ask, I am New Zealand citizen, been living here in Australia from year 2005, and I finished my school here. I've been working last 3 years, and my husband holding his visa for 6-1 from last 8 year. He been working and my kids are born here in Australia, year 2011 and 2013, but they both holding New Zealand citizen. I just want to ask, can I apply for permanent resident in Australia, or when can I apply for permanent resident in Australia, or can my kids get a permanent resident here? Okay, so we've got quite an interesting situation and a couple of questions which needs answering. So first of all, you came to Australia in 2005, and you've been working for the last 3 years. So I bet you are aware of 189 visa for New Zealanders, New Zealand stream of 189 visa, and probably that would be the one which we might consider for you. So with 189 New Zealand stream, there are few basic requirements. You would have to be in Australia before 19th of February 2016, which is okay. You've been here from 2005. Another one, you would have to live over here for at least 5 years before the visa lodgement, which is okay because you've been here more than that. And there is another one. You would have to earn above the TSMIT threshold, which is $53,900 currently, for last 4 financial years. And you've been working for the last 3 years, so that would not be fulfilled for sure. Even if you would get above the threshold, it's going to be just 3 years. So 189 for New Zealanders is not an option for you. Okay. And your husband is on 461. He has been working for 8 years already. However, for 189 New Zealand stream visa, the main applicant must be a holder of special category 444 visa, which is the visa for New Zealanders. So he cannot be the main applicant for 189 New Zealand visa. So if you would work for another year, let's say you have earned over the threshold for 3 consecutive years, and now you would earn above the threshold for the 4th year, you may become eligible for 189 New Zealand in the future. Your kids have been born over here, and they were living all of their life over here. So there is an interesting law in Australia that a kid born in Australia will become a citizen in their 10th birthday if they have been living all of the time, more or less all of the time over here in Australia. So actually, with your kids, they might become not only permanent residents but citizens straight away on their 10th birthday. But we don't know now whether you will be living in next couple of years or they will be living in next couple of years over here. So about your kids, it might be the option to apply for the permanent residency, them as dependent on your visa or your husband visa. But as we can see, you are not really eligible for the 189 New Zealand visa yet. And your husband will never be eligible as the main applicant. As the dependent, that's fine, but not as the main one, as he's the holder of 461. What could be the other options? Your employer, you've been working for 3 years already, employ ENS or RSMS visa through the transition stream. There are special provisions for New Zealanders. If a person is working for 2 years for the employer, after 2 years, if the employer would be willing to help you with the permanent residency, we may apply for the ENS or RSMS visa if it's regional Australia under the transition stream. So that could be the option. Your husband with 461 visa depends how old he is, what is his occupation. Maybe he would be eligible for the 189 visa in the normal stream, or maybe his employer would be willing to help him getting a permanent residency. upon the normal conditions, we don't know that. So essentially, um, if you would get another year working over here in Australia, and you would get 4 years of 4 years working in Australia, 4 years of the taxation, and your income would be over $53,900. After that time, we might be able to get the 189 New Zealand visa for you, and of course your husband and your kids as well, because your husband could be considered as a dependent because he's your husband, and also your kids. So you will be the primary one, and your husband and kids will be the dependents on your visa. But, well, not yet. And I don't know how much have you earned. And 53.9 is before the tax. So please remember that. All right. So if somebody wants to get their visa-related question answered, please consider filling this form. And if you need migration advice, if you want to talk to a migration agent directly, please book a consultation. All right. And remember, there is a fee for consultation. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching. See you soon.